Hey there, welcome back to Reddit Dating, the best channel for Reddit cheating stories. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification for more stories like these. Now, let's get into the video. My GF, female 27, has been cheating on me, male 26, while living in my house. I have undeniable proof. What can I do? So, here's the scenario. I own a house and invited my girlfriend to live with me approximately a year and a half ago. I just took a job out of state and am now living out of state during the week, but I return home every weekend. This is just a temporary situation since she has shown an interest in relocating out here with me. I'm sure you can guess where this is headed. My girlfriend has been cheating on me when I am away during the week and has been bringing males over to my house while I am gone. I have unequivocal evidence. This is the first portion of my query. Can I simply toss her out since I own the house and her name isn't on anything? According to what I've read, I should provide a few days' notice, but everything I've read says something slightly different. If it matters, the house is in Pennsylvania. Part 2 of my difficulty is that even if I am required by law to issue a warning, I am still going to take her belongings from my house to her mother's apartment. The only problem is that, since she is not presently working, I need to get her out of the home for at least 10 hours so that I can get all of her belongings out and she has no reason to return after I inform her that it is done. I'm looking for suggestions on how to get her out of the home for that long. I can't think of anything to get her out, so any innovative assistance would be much appreciated. In a nutshell, my girlfriend is cheating on me at my home in Pennsylvania. Nothing bears her name, everything bears my name. Is it lawful for me to just throw her out of my house? If not, I'm going to try anyhow. Need inventive ideas for getting her out of the home long enough to relocate all of her belongings to her mother's place. This way, she won't have any motive to return to my place once I tell her it's done. Edit, I appreciate the legal counsel, but can you give me some moral advice as well? How can I get her out of the home long enough for me to relocate her belongings? I'm not going to simply leave it outdoors. I'm going to drive it myself to her mother's place, where she'll be residing until I toss her out. I need assistance in this matter. Please be inventive. I can't take seeing her for any longer than necessary. I need her to go right now. I know if I kick her out, she will never take it anyplace since I will have thrown the evidence in her face. She wouldn't have the guts to stand up to the circumstance. She'd be too embarrassed to see me, and I know she wouldn't want to see me again. She, on the other hand, will not want to leave the house. This is the problem. This is why I need to get her out for a few minutes so I can physically relocate her belongings, so she has no incentive to return to the home. I know that once she and her belongings are gone, that's the end of it. Story 2. I, 19 male, am planning on cutting off contact with my parents, 52 male and 48 female, and I need advice, thoughts/support. In summary, since there is too much information about what occurred, my father has mistreated me since I was a little kid and has seldom engaged with me to this day, leaving me with no love for him or want to be near him. He has emotionally abused me since elementary school and has verbally abused me from elementary through high school, with a brief period of physical assault while I was in middle school. From elementary school until the middle of middle school, he had made several threats against my life, which I am still concerned about since he recently mentioned that he sees no issue with their parents striking their children if they make them angry. It's particularly troubling given that the sole time he recognized how he abused me as a kid was followed by him claiming that despite how horribly I was treated, it was for the best, implying that he has had no self-reflection after treating me badly for years. As a result, I'm really uneasy around him, and I'm frightened of making him upset. I'm not sure whether his conduct became less heinous over time because he realized part of it was awful or because I seldom contact with him. I'm not sure since he threatened me if I joined a too nerdy club, Quidditch. A paraphrasing of what Dad said is if you join that club, I'm going to beat the crap out of you. And claimed it's okay for parents to strike their kids if they make them angry during a car trip last August. My present predicament is that I am a college student living on campus, more than an hour away from my family. I'm nearing the conclusion of my freshman year and want to get a master's degree so that I may teach at a college level. My education will take between 5 and 6 years. After winter break, I realized how much happy I am away from home. During winter break, my father informed me that I would fail the class I'm now retaking and that he would force me to change majors since he is unhappy with my getting a design degree and instead wants me to pursue an English degree. He also said that I should not have received C's last semester. I received 3 A's and 3 C's, and that if I continued to get C's, he would force me to leave out, since those who deserve to attend college should not be receiving such marks. For further background, in addition to providing me with a place to live, I have taken out a loan to pay for college, which had to be co-signed by my mother owing to my age at the time, and I am also paying for my school supplies, including textbooks. My father is not involved in any way with my education. Constantly being told this caused me to deteriorate psychologically, destroying some of the gains I had made in college without my parents' knowledge in the hopes of improving my self-esteem and dealing with the abuse I had been subjected to. He doesn't treat me as badly as he used to, but he still makes me unhappy, and I want to break off communication with him. I opted to leave within a year or two after having to go to the restroom during class to weep after returning from break, since the thought of him only being able to leave my life if he died or if my parents separated without me leaving made me feel so dreadful. I don't want to wait 5 years to leave home because I'm sick of feeling like crap every time I return and having to act as if nothing happened, since no one at home recognizes anything horrible that has occurred to me, which is driving me mad. I want to work with my counselor to develop a plan and seek assistance from my college's relationship violence services, which assist individuals in all types of violent situations. I'll have to wait until after the summer since I'll be taking scientific courses at a neighboring institution because it'll be cheaper and I'll have a place to live. I can handle one summer and I'll give myself enough time to get all of my paperwork and finances in order. I'm jobless since my job was too far away from university, but I have $5,530 in my bank account and will undoubtedly get financial assistance due to my drastically changing financial circumstances. I also want to look for positions on campus that provide tuition reimbursement since I know of a couple. This seems to be a simple option, but my main concern is that I will have to break off communication with my mother as a result of their relationship. I adore and respect her, but I don't believe I have a choice. I don't think she'll understand how I'm feeling or agree that I was abused because she spent so much of my childhood rationalizing his behavior and has witnessed some of the abuse, a little of the verbal abuse, a lot of the emotional abuse, and the aftermath of the physical abuse, but has done nothing about it. She once took me out of the house for a time because she didn't believe I'd be safe at home since my father was upset, but that was the extent of her assistance. She's mentioned my father a few times lately, emphasizing how his discontent with life drives him to take it out on others and how she's worried about how he acts. My mother is aware that he is not a decent person, and my father has admitted that he is not a good person either, yet she continues to adore him. I believe her love for my father has led her to forgive him. My father isn't nearly as abusive to my mother, except from threatening to leave her when I'm not there and occasional insults about her beauty. It's not good, but I don't believe he physically harmed my mother if I left. I'm planning on writing her a very long letter about what happened to me and why I'm leaving because I believe everything is so complex and difficult to fully discuss in a linear, understandable way, as well as telling her that I'm not leaving because of her in a way that makes sense and appears to be a thoughtful decision I've made. I want to express my love for her in this letter, but I will not retain this person in my life who she want to keep. It is her right to be with anyone she chooses, but as an adult, it is also mine to cut off anybody who I believe is harmful to me. I also don't want to hear her attempt to justify his actions. For years, I've offered my father opportunities to change and develop a great connection with me, but I've given up after seeing that he continues repeating habits and seems content with the way he is. Is my choice sound? Is it bad for me to have to sever my mother's ties?